Craig, can you share with me how many years in recovery you have now?
I am going on 23 years in recovery. This
Wow.
is my 23rd holiday.
Here, here. Here,
Christmas
here. All
coming up,
right.
yeah.
And could you talk a little bit about what your first holiday in recovery was like? If you can kind of reflect on that.
Oh, sure. I think back at it and oh, I think I spent most of my holidays, most around Christmas, all through in marathon meetings. You know,
Is that
I
what
re-
they mean when they say alkathons?
Pretty much, yeah. I went and brought candles to make sure we had candlelight meetings going, and I brought pizza
Nice.
to make sure that people would stay, because I really didn't know what to do with myself. I was so, kind of brand new in recovery, and I was going through a lot of things. I think that my first year, I really broke all connections off with all of my old people. It's a very stressful time, the early holidays, because you get phone calls of people, hey, let's get together, and you know, and it just got me where I kept on putting my recovery first, and I had to tell them that that I was doing something. I was trying to live a different life than I was living, and either they were supportive of me or they just said, "We're done with you," and it was fine either way. I mean, and my family was all. I remember that first holiday they went out and they were bought all this non-alcoholic stuff for me, and I just smiled at them, and I thought that was sweet of them, and I just said, you don't have to do this for me, because I didn't drink these stuff for the taste. So I think they got rid of all that. They haven't done that since, but stayed real close to people in recovery.
Yeah.
I made sure I surrounded myself, because I definitely didn't. I used for 29 years, so everything was a learning process for me to sit there and that first not getting really down on myself around Christmas, because I had no money to buy my daughter any presents that first Christmas, and I think it was almost a month after before I was able to get her something, and
What did you buy her?
I bought her a bike. She was 10 years old, and she was living in another state. So on her birthday, I flew out to Wisconsin and saw her, and gave her a bike. And
The greatest, I think, gift that you gave her was your recovery. Yeah.
oh, definitely, definitely
Changing the family legacy.
And I just remember the next year, the next Christmas it came by. I remember being in line. It was only about a day or two before Christmas, and I was mailing out the packages. And this lady was going, "You should be ashamed of yourself for sending." And I smiled at her and I said, "I'm doing so much better this year." Because the year before I did it, it took me a month. I was a month late, and this way I was a couple days early still. So, what it taught me, to be a little more kinder to myself, and look at my recovery, and look at not everything's perfect, but the progress I'm making, and. The biggest gift, it's like you said, is being able to show up, to being a part of today, having that choice.
Absolutely.
And honestly, after so many years, I look forward to the holidays. I don't have to do all those things I had to do when I was using.
What are some of the new traditions or things that you enjoy doing during the holidays that you've developed over your years of sobriety?
Well, this year I have my daughter and my grandkids coming over and spending Christmas Eve with me, and then we'll open up the presents and have breakfast together. I'll make breakfast, and then we go over to my sister's, and all our family gets together over there. And what's great about it, when I get there, I'm not looking to get out of everything like I used to. You know? Oh boy, I just think back on all the freedom I have today, and boy, it was such a struggle those during the holidays, what they used to be like, getting just preparing yourself just to be able to show up for one of these functions.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you were there, all you were thinking about was how to get out of them. You know, today I really appreciate my family and understand that everybody's a gift. And
Thanks, Craig. Great job.